What's up everybody, my name is Zach, and in this week's free tutorial I'm going to be walking you through our color spin quilt. I hope you'll stick around because it is simple, it is beautiful, and I think you should make it. Let's get started. I feel like I said this a lot. We really try here to make quilts that are impressive, but that are also simple to make. And I hope that the more of these videos that you watch or that you have watched, the more that you have seen overall, the big project might look a little bit intimidating, but if we break it down step by step, of course I can make it. I hope that's your mindset. It is a beautiful quilt and it is so simple to do. So I hope that message comes across in these videos for you. This light blue block, that one good?
Yeah.
Okay, this light blue block right here, we have a little pinwheel inside of a star. So super easy to do, and the entire thing is either a flying goose right here, or half square triangles, or just a piece of fabric. Now that we have gone through an over explanation of a very simple project, let's get into the actual setup and cutting of it. I'm gonna start off making the pinwheel inside of our block, then from there we'll move out. Right here, I've got some fabric. For my print, I have a 2" by 3.5" rectangle, and then for my background fabrics, I have the same 2" by 3.5", and then 2 squares that are 2 inches a piece. So to make this very simple, we're gonna be making a flying goose. The way we're gonna do that is we're gonna take our print, and then take our background fabric, put it down right sides together. I'm gonna mark a diagonal line on this, sew on that line, and then trim the edge, flip it over. I'm gonna press that and then do the exact same thing to the other side to make our flying goose. We've got our flying goose right here. The next step is we're gonna add on our other piece of fabric to make our center square. So for this, all I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my other rectangle of background fabric, and I'm going to put it right sides together with the piece I just made. I am putting this on the point side of the triangle. Now we've got our little piece put together. You can see this is going to be the center of our pinwheel right there. I'm gonna make the other ones of these and then move on to our outside portions of this block. I do want to pause here for just 1 second and say, be careful when you're doing this, because as you can see on this quilt behind me, these pinwheels are directional. That's how the pattern's laid out. If you want them pointing to the left, or you want to mix them up, you can. Just be mindful of that so that if you have that variety, it's actually something that you wanted. Now, to make our star block around the outside, we're gonna need some squares that have been cut to 4 inches square. You're gonna need a print, you're gonna need a background. I'm gonna take those two, put them right sides together, just make a diagonal line on this, and then I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch on each side of that line. Once that's done, I'm gonna cut down the center, right on that line that I had originally drawn, and open it up to make 2 half square triangles. Now we've got our half square triangles put together, it's time to assemble this block. I should say there's one more piece. It's a 3.5 inch square of background fabric, which is gonna go right there. So we've got our pieces, we're going to arrange them. There we go. So there's all of our star pieces. Here's our cornerstones, and that's gonna make our block. Now, before we assemble this block, I do want to pause for 1 second and say, if you're enjoying this, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, spread the word. The reason for that, which you hear this on many YouTube videos, is because when you do that, it says, 1, you like the content. So you'll see more of this kind of content on YouTube. YouTube will show you those videos more frequently. But also, people who have my same interests, who click on similar videos to me, will probably like this, and YouTube will send the video to them or promote it more, and it will be shown more frequently to people who typically click on quilting or sewing tutorials. It's easy for you, it's free, and it really does help grow the channel and spread the creativity, so I would greatly appreciate it if you did that. Now, back to our tutorial. Now we're gonna assemble this block. Pretty straightforward. I'm gonna start with my half square triangles just because there's a point there, and I want to pay special attention to that. Now that we have all of our center pieces or our points sewn together, I'm going to add on my little cornerstones here, and we'll do the same thing with the top portion. I'm going to sew those together. Now, I've also just realized that I forgot to sew the inside together. We'll get to that since I'm already on track with these ones. Once you have your pinwheel sewn together, we're going to sew on the 2 remaining sides of our star. So now that I have my center chunk put together, last step is to just sew our edges onto the center and our block will be done. It's amazing. I haven't made a single mistake in this tutorial. Now, our block is done and is looking great. You have to repeat this process 35 more times to make a quilt this size right here, or less times if you want a smaller quilt. You decide. If you've enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, share. We heard that already. The pattern for this, as well as all the materials that you have seen in this video, are linked down in the description below. It'll take you over to our website. The pattern is free, as well as all of our other patterns on our website that are Soya exclusive patterns. That being said, my name is Zach, teaching you how to sew like a pro, and this is Soya Quilting.